Welcome to Movies in the Making. In today's episode, we are going to be looking at the 2014 animated comedy film The Lego Movie, released by Warner Bros. And directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. Here, we will dive deep into the story of the production of this film. You all might have played with Lego at least once in your lives. For those who have not seen The Lego Movie, however, you definitely should because the animation is truly groundbreaking. The voice acting is fantastic and the story is magnificent. Everything is awesome in this film, much like the song made for it says, and could not have been done without so much effort put into it, which we will all now get into. So, sit back and relax. You are all in for a brickified ride. In 2008, producer Dan Lin had an epiphany while watching his son play with Lego toys, realizing that the toy could inspire a feature film. After pitching his idea to Lego executives in Denmark, he faced skepticism, as the brand was already highly successful without a film. The film's development faced several challenges, including creating a story for Lego characters, wrangling rights for characters like Batman and Han Solo, and rushing to close the deal with Lucasfilm before Disney's acquisition of that company in 2012. Lin, along with Lord and Miller, aimed to make the film look entirely like real Lego constructions, requiring 3 years of work using a hybrid of stop motion and CGI. Despite legal disputes and last-minute changes, including the addition of Superman after litigation, the film pushed forward. Some scenes, like a kiss between Lego characters, were ultimately cut for being too edgy for parents. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller developed the Lego Movie by merging two distinct storylines from the outset: a classic hero's journey and a more meta man upstairs concept. They aimed to tell a story where the hero, Emmett, was an ordinary, remarkable character chosen by chance, adding a fresh twist to the typical hero narrative. At the same time, they wanted to capture the essence of Lego play, where different worlds and characters come together in unexpected ways. While it took over a year to make both storylines work together, they were committed to keeping the meta aspect, despite pressure to remove it. Ultimately, they were satisfied with how the final twist, which unified the two storylines, turned out after extensive development. To avoid the film becoming just a feature commercial for Lego products, Lord and Miller focused on creating a story that was not simply a tie-in for the popular toy brand. They aimed to craft a highly irreverent adventure with a quirky hero who battles the authoritarian leader of Bricksburg, President Business. This approach ensured that the film appealed not just to children but also older audiences, including those who had outgrown the toy. Lord and Miller faced the challenge of balancing the film's humor and creativity while staying true to Lego's unique ethos, such as adhering to its physical laws, like immovable plastic limbs. They were determined to create something fresh and unexpected, which would stand on its own rather than relying on brand recognition or established mythology. Chris Pratt was skeptical when approached to voice protagonist Emmett, initially assuming the film would just be another cash grab based on a popular toy. However, after learning that Lord and Miller were behind the project, he became intrigued by their unconventional approach. Known for their out-of-the-box thinking, such as Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Columbia Pictures 2009, and 21 Jump Street, also Columbia Pictures, this time 2012, the duo was the perfect fit for turning the toy into a meaningful yet fun film. Pratt's role as the dim-witted but endearing protagonist Emmett marked a departure from typical toy-based films like Transformers, DreamWorks Pictures 2007, offering humor and heart that would appeal to both kids and adults. Elizabeth Banks was excited to voice the character of Wildstyle, or Lucy, in the film, as it allowed her to provide a strong role model for young girls, with her own kids affectionately referring to the character as Lego Mommy. One of the things she loved most about her voice acting was the freedom it offered. She did not have to spend hours getting ready for hair and makeup, and could perform comfortably in the sound booth, even barefoot. She appreciated being able to physically engage with the character, bouncing and jumping while recording her lines, which also provided a good workout. Reflecting on motherhood, she shared a humorous yet heartfelt sentiment, saying that if people truly understood how challenging motherhood is, humanity might not have survived, but she also recognized how rewarding it is. Morgan Freeman, known for his iconic roles as a wise mentor, took on a hilarious and unexpected twist with his character Vitruvius. Freeman's career spans 6 decades and includes roles in films like The Shawshank Redemption, Columbia Pictures 1994, and Bruce Almighty. Universal Pictures 2003. He has often been typecast as a mentor due to his calm, authoritative presence. However, in the Lego Movie, his character subverts this typecasting. The blind wizard is revealed to have made up the prophecy. His failure to truly guide Emmett becomes a key part in the film's humor, and his eventual return as a ghost offers more lighthearted guidance, further underlying how his role flipped the traditional mentor archetype. Will Ferrell's casting as the villain, President Business, was a perfect fit for his career of blending slapstick with unexpected political messages. Known for playing characters who evolve from regressive to progressive ideas, such as in Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, DreamWorks Pictures 2004, or Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, Columbia Pictures 2006, Ferrell brought a subversive edge to the film, which critiques capitalism, conformity, and even superheroes. Though the film critiques corporate power, its narrative is revealed to be a metaphor for a child's imagination, with Ferrell also portraying the child's controlling father in live action. This layer of personal backstory softens the political critique, making it palatable for a wide audience while still delivering a subtle message, characteristic of Ferrell's ability to mix comedy with deeper themes. Pratt had the opportunity to improvise his voice role, a departure from the typical animated film process. Unlike most films, where actors strictly follow the scripted lines, Pratt explained that directors Lord and Miller allowed the voice cast to record scenes together, fostering a more spontaneous environment. This approach gave the actors the freedom to deviate from the script and ad-lib, which, according to Pratt, helped create a more organic and comedic atmosphere. He noted that this flexibility led to moments of magic that could not have been predicted. The Lego Movie stood out not only for its unique storytelling but also for its innovative animation style. Though the film was computer animated, Lord, Miller, and animation director Chris McKay approached the project with a mindset that mimicked the limitations of actual Lego figures, treating characters as if they were plastic with only a few points of articulation. This constraint led to creative solutions, such as choreographing action scenes where characters could not perform typical movements like winding up to punch. The result was a deliberately imperfect, naive animation style that resembled stop motion rather than typical CGI, giving the film a quirky, expressive feel. The team's ability to push these boundaries within the conservative studio system, while maintaining the film's unique visual tone, was crucial in making the Lego Movie stand out in the animated feature film landscape. The background design was inspired by a mix of miniature photography, cinematic techniques, and previous projects. Production designer Grant Freckleton began by exploring brick films, and was partially influenced by the work of MoviesintheMaking, whose charming Lego photography evoked dramatic visuals. Ledermaki's style was influenced by the work of Douglas Trumbull, known for his use of smoke tanks in miniature cinematography, a technique that enhances scale and separation in shots. Freckleton and the team embraced this atmospheric approach, influenced by their prior work on Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, Warner Bros. 2010. They drew inspiration from live-action cinematography, especially Michel Amundsen's lighting techniques in Transformers, which helped shape the dramatic lighting effects used in the film's freeway chase sequences, balancing light sources and reflective surfaces. Achieving the right scale involved balancing the feel of a miniature world with epic moments and intimate scenes. This was accomplished through a shallow depth of field and camera techniques that simulated LEGO-scale lenses, with rigs designed to emulate real-world cameras, such as Steadicams, for more natural, human-like motion. Depth of field was set in layouts and adjusted in compositing to align with the lighting and guide the audience's focus of key scenes. Floating dust motes, exaggerated objects like drifting hairs, and visible wear on Lego pieces, such as fingerprints, reinforced the scale. In larger environments, lighting was carefully controlled to highlight foreground action while enhancing the epic feel of the background, using exposure adjustments based on both object heights and matte painting techniques. The animation achieved its distinctive textures through meticulous lighting and compositing techniques that highlighted the plastic nature of the Lego pieces. The team focused on maximizing rim lighting and the subsurface scattering properties of the Lego material, allowing light to pass through and enhance the aesthetic of the plastic. To ensure clarity in chaotic action scenes, they employed creative lighting strategies, such as using contrast and silhouette to separate characters and direct the viewer's attention. Additionally, the animation team worked around a unique shape of Lego characters, like Unikey, by enhancing light sources or adjusting lighting angles in post-production to control reflections and shadows. They also embraced overexposure to evoke a filmic look, ensuring that the lighting felt natural yet stylized. The use of specialized lighting and compositing techniques, such as manipulating lights in a digital intermediate process, allowed for enhanced photorealism while embracing the film's playful, exaggerated visual style. Animal Logic was chosen to animate the film due to its extensive experience in both animated films and visual effects. The studio's impressive portfolio, including projects like Happy Feet, Warner Bros. 2006, and Legend of the Guardians: The Owls of Ga'Hoole, made it the ideal choice for bringing the world of LEGO to life. To accurately depict the LEGO universe, Animal Logic's team took a hands-on approach, using real LEGO bricks at the studio and conducting research trips to Legoland, California and Billund. Drawing inspiration from photographers like Lady Maki and utilizing tools like LEGO Digital Designer, the studio ensured a high level of authenticity. Their innovative techniques, such as creating brick blur for fast movements and optimizing their proprietary rendering system, helped achieve the visually stunning and realistic LEGO world, making the final product indistinguishable from stop motion. Mark Mothersbaugh became the composer for the film due to his willingness to push musical boundaries to match the film's innovative visuals. Having worked with Lord and Miller on previous projects like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and 21 Jump Street, Mothersbaugh was already familiar with their creative style. For the LEGO Movie, he decided to create two distinct scores, one electronic, drawing from his past work with Devo and more recent electronic music, and other orchestral music with a 40-piece choir. This tool approach gave the filmmakers flexibility to choose the sound that best suited each moment for the film. Mothersbaugh was inspired by the animation test of a LEGO pirate ship and realized that purely electronic music would not capture the dynamic visuals, so he combined different soundscapes. He also worked on the song "Everything is Awesome!", which was written by Lord and Miller before filming, but he contributed to its final version, noting that the Lonely Island's involvement truly elevated the track. As of the 28th of March, 2025, the LEGO Movie has a 96% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes, an 83 out of 100 critic score on Metacritic, a 7.7 rating on IMDb, and a 3.8 rating on Letterboxd. The film's budget was about $60 million and it grossed about $468 million following its initial release date of the 6th of February, making it the fifth highest grossing film of 2014. The success of the LEGO Movie significantly boosted LEGO's sales and profits. In 2014, the Danish toymaker saw a 15% increase in profits, reaching 7 billion Danish krone, 1,010,562,000 American dollars, and a 13% rise in sales to 28.6 billion Danish krone, 4,128,867,600 American dollars. This growth was driven by a strong demand for popular lines like LEGO City, Star Wars, and Technic, along with the film's impact, averaging 102 bricks per person worldwide, and estimated that over 85 million children played with LEGO in 2014. The company also saw strong sales in markets like the US, UK, France, Russia, and China. With a 34% operating margin, LEGO continued to innovate and maintain a high profit margin from its basic plastic bricks. Its top-selling sets were Police Station, Mindstorm, and Heart Lake Shopping Mall. The Academy Awards overlooked the film for a nomination in the Best Animated Feature category in 2015, despite its massive popularity and critical success. Several factors contributed to this, including the fact that animation professionals, who are responsible for the nominations, may have seen the film as too irreverent and light-hearted compared to the artistry they prefer, such as hand-drawn or stop-motion films. The growing competition, with a record number of 20 eligible animated films that year, meant only the most highly regarded films made the cut. The animation branch prioritized technique and craftsmanship, which could have worked against the LEGO Movie's more playful, computer-generated style. Additionally, more mainstream films like Big Hero 6, Walt Disney Pictures, animated by Walt Disney Animation Studios, and How to Train Your Dragon 2, 20th Century Studios, animated by DreamWorks Animation, were seen as more deserving of recognition, leaving the LEGO Movie excluded from the nominations. This decision sparked backlash, with many fans and critics expressing their shock and disappointment over the snub. And that wraps up our deep dive into the making of the Lego Movie. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay up to date on all things Movies in the Making. Let us know in the comments what you think of the Lego Movie, or if you have any favorite moments from that film we did not touch upon, or what films you would like to hear covered by this channel. Also be sure to check out our community page, where we announce what films we talked about by this channel each week. New posts arrive every Friday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time on Movies in the Making, where we'll be talking about Ex Machina, A24, 2014, and more films to follow along the way. Tune in for more Movies in the Making as we uncover the stories behind cinema's most unforgettable films. This has been Jason Scotchmer, film enthusiast and passionate about the arts.